You're listening to the Jonker Talk podcast. This podcast is brought to you by MC242 IPR MSA UiTM Malacca chapter as an assignment for PRO549. Remember, Jonker Walk is a place, Jonker Talk is us.
Hello, hi everyone! Welcome back to Jonker Talk Podcast, the show where we dive deep into the Millennium Development Goals MDG. I'm your host, Miza Ibrahim. As you guys listen to my voice right now, I'm not in a good condition. But it's alright. I hope all of you are doing well, and I'm so grateful to be a host today. And a quick reminder to you guys, as the temperature rises, staying hydrated is crucial. Not only to keep cool, but also to ensure your body functions properly in the heat. Remember, when you're active outdoors, you might need even more fluids, so keep a water bottle handy at all times. Therefore, in this episode, I'm about to discuss environmental sustainability, which is MG7, and we talk about the environmental challenges our world is facing and explore solutions that can make a real difference. Alright, before we start, I would like to know if you understand about the environmental sustainability, and I would introduce to you about my main topic in this podcast. Without wasting our time, we are embarking on an adventure to unravel the mysterious and challenges linked to MG7 or the 7th Millennium Development Goals by the United Nations, which seeks to attain the highest possible level of environmental sustainability. I believe not everyone that listens to the podcast is aware about Millennium Development Goals, right? Many people who are passionate about environment find it hard to stay educated and up to date on every aspect. In this podcast, it will be a great way to expand our knowledge, especially in environmental topics in which we are not particularly well versed. And hereby am I to let you know. So let's talk about it. First, let's clarify what MG7 is. The integration of sustainable practices into national policy, stopping the depletion of natural resources, protecting biodiversity, and enhancing access to basic sanitation and water are the main objective of this goal. Sustainability is a massive part of the mission here, and it is exciting to see the environment getting more and more attention, whether in the media or in everyday conversation. Environmental issues are coming to the forefront. Here everyone, MG7 implementation entails community education, sustainable agriculture promotion, and biodiversity protection, all of which are essential for maintaining global health. But preserving this sustainability is difficult. Because of what? Because of there are obstacles to overcome, and it has risen to be the largest environmental problem that confronts us every day. The honest truth is quite a lot of things that everyone's worried about the planet is people not kind of working together to try sort it out and start getting increasingly divided and angry with all the bad things that came along with that. As you guys know, one of the biggest environmental problems today in 2024 is outdoor air pollution. Did you guys see that? And nowadays even air has become critical and it sounds so terrible. Data from the World Health Organization (WHO) shows that an estimated 4.2 to 7 million people die from air pollution worldwide every year. And it's unbelievable. Air pollution is the ecological problem that the modern world suffers. I really hope that people will be more aware of how concerned this issue is. You know, when we talk about pollution, the Global Health Group has verified in a report on Earth.org 2024 that there's a global problem. The ecological has been put in danger by the aforementioned issue, especially in the air quality in those countries. These kind of things happen because of industrialization and human activity. According to UNICEF, in 2017, a number of deaths in Africa attributed to outdoor air pollution to 258,000 increase. Next, we're taking a deep breath with a very special episode titled Inhale, Exhale and Sustain. We're diving into the pressing issue of air pollution, its impact on every aspect, and most importantly, what we can do to reduce it for a better tomorrow. Let's start by understanding what we are up against. As you all know, air pollution is an invisible enemy. Before we go deep into it, what comes first into your mind about air pollution? It's true that I can read a thought on this matter. Because, to put it simply, the main causes are automobile emissions, industrial activity, agriculture, and plenty of other things. Am I right? Therefore, back to my topic of this podcast, lowering your carbon footprint can help to reduce air pollution on an individual basis, as I clearly mentioned. Today, we're zooming into Malaysia. As we all know, Malaysia is regularly affected by air pollution, which results within an annual problem known as transboundary haze. From the Bernama News report, it is obvious that this phenomenon is brought by Indonesia, a nearby country using slash and burn agriculture practices and causing frequent forest fires. Do you know what? Schools, kindergartens, and childcare facilities are compelled to postpone outdoor activities and sometimes temporarily close due to the rise in the country's air pollution index in order to protect everyone's health. Can you guys even begin to comprehend how this problem makes me feel? I'm really dissatisfied with it. And it's all because of human immorality that pollutes the air, harming everyone and even raising significant concerns among the populace. We are about to head to Malaysia, where the beauty of this dynamic nation is frequently obscured by the veil of pollution, much of which originates from mobile sources. Yes, I'm referring to the automobiles, motorbikes, buses, and trucks that clog the busy streets of places like Kuala Lumpur and Penang. I'm personally researching mobile sources and how they affect Malaysia's environmental issues. Any non-stationary source of greenhouse gases and air pollution is referred to as a mobile source. They release large volumes of particulate matter, carbon monoxide, and nitrogen oxides into the atmosphere, and as we can see as human beings, all of which worsen air quality and are linked to health problems. Considering that Malaysia has one of the highest rates of car ownership in Asia, it seems like something that's hard to handle. Likewise, there is a heavy reliance on commercial diesel cars, which are major contributors of atoms including soot. Frankly, leave me feeling quite disappointed. The air pollution caused by mobile sources like cars and trucks is a pervasive issue that seems to be getting worse, and it feels like we're not doing enough about it. My disappointment stems from the fact that we have the technology and knowledge to reduce these emissions significantly, yet progress is painfully slow. Every day, I see an endless stream of cars, mostly with single occupants, and it feels like a missed opportunity for cleaner choices. For you guys' information, I'm looking more closely into industrial emissions, an important issue that affects Malaysia's public health as well as the environment. Yes, that's correct. Over the last several decades, Malaysia's industrial sector has experienced rapid expansion. Due to this expansion, the manufacturing, mineral extraction, and palm oil processing industries in the states of Johor, Selangor, and Penang have grown to be important drivers of the national economy. But one less discussed side effect of industrialization is air pollution. Particulate matter, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen oxide are only a few of the pollutants released by the factories and processing facilities in these areas. These contaminants are not restricted to mere numbers. They have a genuine, noticeable impact on the quality of the air and consequently the population's health in these places. From a standpoint, it's evident that although Malaysia's economy has benefited from industrial growth, there are issues that must be resolved to maintain sustainable development. After the observation of several incidents of air pollution which had happened locally as well as globally due to a variety of scenarios, in the upcoming segment, I'll go into further detail on how air pollution is changing the world as a whole, having an impact on the environment and impacting the well-being of humanity. Millions of people worldwide are impacted by air pollution each year. However, what exactly is going on in our air, and what impact does it have on the world around us? Let's talk about the impacts of this air pollution on the natural world first. Air pollution is a silent, invisible killer. It affects both developed and developing countries worldwide and presents serious dangers to economies, ecosystem, and public health. Unintentionally, this may result in higher medical costs for treating illnesses linked to air pollution. This involves the price of emergency department visit, chronic disease management, and hospital admissions. Reasonably speaking, air pollution can also have a major impact on crop productivity. For instance, ozone can harm plants and lower the yield of staple crops, which can affect the economy and the availability of food. Thus, pollution has a very detrimental effect on the earth, and I feel it unbelievable what is occurring to the surroundings right now and how massive a negative impact it is creating. I've no doubt that this problem will have an effect on the environment in all parts of the world. These pollutants contribute a great deal to climate change in addition to lowering the air quality of our air. Of course, the example that I can provide for all of you is one form of air pollution that damages plant life is smoke, which blocks sunlight, which is necessary for photosynthesis in plants. Also, you know what? Acid rain is a phenomenon that occurs when pollutants such as sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide combine with atmospheric water vapor to generate acid. By acidifying soils and water bodies like lakes and streams, acid rain can seriously harm ecosystems by shifting numerous fish species and other aquatic life from these areas. Additionally, trees may sustain damage from it, particularly those at higher elevations where acidic clouds and fog envelop them. I believe the fact that pollution may have a silent attack on individuals by affecting people's health across the world merely makes things worse. I am sure that all of you are curious what are the health impacts of these pollutants. So here is the clarification of the issue. Air pollution doesn't just affect the environment, it also harms human health with prolonged exposure can cause major health problems like skin itchy, eye irritation, heart disease, lung cancer, asthma, and even faster lung aging. It can cause premature death and has an impact on mental abilities as well. I can give you an example of this based on my own experience. One typical health problem that could happen during the haze is eye discomfort. The symptoms I experience include watery, red, and itchy eyes. In more extreme situations, the haze may exacerbate pre-existing eye disorder such as dry eye syndrome or cause conjunctivitis. It is recommended that people who wear contact lenses switch to glasses during periods of heavy pollution to minimize irritation and avoid potential eye injury. The reason it is urged in this ways is that it can preserve your sense of sight, and since all of us want to live long life, we need to utilize it. Alright, so yes, we have reached the end of our podcast program, but before we conclude, I want to briefly discuss the strategies and initiatives we can take in the field of environmental protection to remedy the harm that we as humans suffer from. What needs to be done, and each person bears a great deal of responsibility, is to change the path of history for the better. There are few options here that might reduce the harm which air pollution causes to the ecosystem. All individuals must educate others to the origins and consequences of haze in order to inspire more people to take action and bring prosperity to the planet. Public awareness campaign can educate people about the threats to their health and the environment. Other than that, regarding the air pollution caused by the vehicle, trucks, buses, and motorcycles, there are tips on ways to cut down on street warming by using public transportation. I have no doubt that using public transportation in the modern era, including LRT and MRT, eases public inconvenience and contributes to reducing traffic in the country as a whole. Furthermore, based on my personal observation, it has the potential to decrease the release of harmful gases, which may contribute to a rise in air pollution. Using this strategy can save people's time and educate the public about the advantages of using alternate forms of transportation in place of driving a car. Whether they come from local communities or higher authorities, all parties got a part to play in enhancing the environment and air quality, because people are more prone to a variety of elements in an atmosphere that is filthy. To accomplish MG7, which aims to create a healthier and more productive environment and quality of life for all Malaysians, we must strive together as a whole. As we close today's episode, I consider how the air pollution calamity affects each element of our life, and I urge on us to take action. It's not simply an environmental problem, it's also a public health concern one that involves safeguarding our loved one and future generations. Overall, you have completed listening to the full episode with your host for today, myself, Miza Ibrahim. I truly appreciate your support and hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember to breathe deeply, lead a healthy lifestyle, and let's work together to minimize air pollution for a better tomorrow. Thank you all and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.